What's up, people? Happy Thursday. Hope all you're having a great day. There will not be a General Hospital review today because part of that episode was cut off, and I really didn't watch this episode today. I think I'll do it tomorrow because tomorrow looks much more interesting. Um, and as far as Days of Our Lives, because people keep asking me about Days of Our Lives, I will do that tomorrow because I was going to do it today, but half the episode again was cut off because of the Ebola virus. So I'll do that tomorrow. Everything will be tomorrow, Friday. Um so today's episode of General Hospital Fan Fiction, we're gonna pick up right where we left off. Olivia got stabbed in the parking lot of the Metro Court. She got stabbed in the gut, and like somebody mentioned, it was a brutal stabbing. As far as Rocco, Dante and Lulu's son, I was planning to change that name, and I still plan on changing it, but I don't know what name I want to go with. You can drop some suggestions. I just don't know what name I want to give them. But anyway, so picking up right where we left off, Olivia's bleeding in the parking lot. Luckily for her, Carly walks into the parking lot. She's looking on her phone and stuff, and then she looks over and she Olivia. She noticed Olivia on the ground bleeding, so she runs over to Olivia. Olivia's unconscious. She puts her hand over Olivia's wound to try and stop the bleeding, and she hops on her phone and dials 911 and tells them to send an ambulance quick. Um, so Anna is in her office with Dante and Lucky talking about the serial killer case when an officer came into Anna's office to let her know that there was just a 911 call from the Metro Court parking garage. A woman was stabbed named Olivia Falconeri. And Dante had a shocked look on his face, so they hauled ass out of the office. So meanwhile, while that's going on, back at the Quartermain mansion, Sam is in the living room. She's in the living room. She's on the phone with her mother, Alexis, who's in California visiting Molly. Like I said before, Molly is attending UCLA. So, Alexis thought she'd go out there and visit her for a while. So she's on the phone with Alexis, um, asking Alexis if everything is okay. How's Molly doing? And Alexis said that she's fine. Um, and Sam asked her when is she coming home, and she said she'll be back in Port Charles probably within the next few days or so. Meanwhile, while Sam is on the phone with Alexis, someone is watching Sam from the terrace. From the patio, somebody's watching her outside through the double doors. And when Sam felt it, she turned around and looked, but nobody was there. And Alexis, while on the phone, Alexis noticed that Sam was quiet, and she asked her, was she okay? And Sam said that she just felt like somebody was watching her. And Alexis said, but Sam said it was nothing. She brushed it off. So then when Sam turned back around, the person was standing there again, dressed in black, watching her, but you can't see his face. So Alan is in his office at ELQ when Monica comes busting through the door. She said that she got a text from AJ telling her what was going on with ELQ Entertainment and ELQ Cosmetics. And she told Alan that it's time that he start treating AJ the same way he treats Jason, equally. And Alan said that they needed to trim the budget at ELQ Entertainment in order to put a lot more money behind ELQ Cosmetics. And Monica warned Alan that if he did not start treating AJ the same way he treats Jason, then Alan's going to be taking a walk. Alan had a little smirk on his face and asked her what was she talking about, and she said that if he don't start treating them equally, he's going to take a walk from their bedroom to the streets after she kicks his ass out. And then she stormed out of the room. He tried calling after her, but she just stormed the hell out. And that's when Tracy walked in with all smiles on her face, saying that I guess the honeymoon's over. and Alan told her to go bite something. So Tracy wanted to talk to him about the whole L&B Records situation, because he does want to sell the L&B Records subsidiary back to Lois. And Tracy keeps telling him that she's not giving the okay for him to sign that company over. And Alan said that it's in the best interest of the company because they could make a whole lot of money off of it. And Tracy told him there's no way in hell that's going to happen. So meanwhile, back at the parking garage at the Metro Court, Dante and Lulu arrive. I mean, Dante and Anna and Lucky arrive, and paramedics are there. Carly was telling Dante what happened, how she found Olivia bleeding, and when they put Olivia on the stretcher, Dante and Anna noticed that there was a red ribbon tied around Olivia's wrist, and Dante said "son of a bitch" because he knew what it meant. Anna told Dante to go ride with his mother, and her and Lucky to take care of the crime scene. And told one of her officers to get an official statement from Carly. So while that's going on, Lucky decides that he tells Carly that they need to look at the surveillance cameras from the parking garage, and Carly says that her security team will send it to them at the PCPD. But they said that they want to review it as quickly as possible. So they go up to the security office, they look at the tape, they see what happened, they see Olivia get attacked, but they don't see the guy's face. They can't tell who he is. But by his body structure, they can tell it's a guy and not a woman. So they decide to head over to the hospital to see what's going on with Olivia. And they're bringing Olivia into the hospital. Epiphany tells one of the paramedics to bring Olivia into cubicle 1. And Robin tries to back Dante off to let the doctors do their job. And so Britt and Amanda are all standing there in shock that Olivia was stabbed because they heard about the whole killing situation. So meanwhile, Morgan goes over to see Sonny. Sonny was in his living room on the phone with Sean, telling Sean to find Faith Roscoe because, as we all know, she's still on the loose. The PCPD never found her after she escaped custody when she was sentenced to prison. So he hung up. Morgan and Sonny hugged, and Sonny asked Morgan what was new, and Morgan happily told him about his engagement to Amanda, and Sonny was happy for him, saying that, he hopes that Morgan is ready for marriage because marriage is a huge step that should not be taken lightly. And Morgan joked about how Sonny took it lightly 4 times when he married Carly. And that's when Sonny's phone started buzzing. He got a call from Dante telling him about Olivia. So Morgan and Sonny head out on their way to the hospital. When Lulu showed up because she got the text from Dante about what happened, and Dante said that he told her that he called Steve and Steve was gonna show up or whatever, and he asked about their son Rocco, and she said she dropped him off with her parents or whatever with Luke and Laura, and they're just waiting on the doctors to come out. Finally, a doctor came out and told Dante that Olivia lost a lot of blood. They're trying to stabilize her, but they have to do surgery on her to repair some damage, and they should know after the surgery, so they have to prep her. Lucky and Anna show up, and Britt so Britt walks up to Lucky because, as we all know, Britt is married to Lucky. So she takes Lucky into one of the rooms to ask Lucky about what happened to Olivia, and Lucky tells her that they have a serial killer on the loose and stuff like that. But he said everything's going to be fine because they're going to catch whoever's doing this. So meanwhile, AJ walks into Sky's office. I don't know if you all noticed, but Sky is the new co-owner of Crimson Magazine along with AJ. Her and AJ co-own Crimson Magazine. And Sky was asking AJ what's the matter. And AJ said, he was telling her about what happened at ELQ and how pissed off he is about he feels that their father is taking Jason's side all the time and never backs him up, and he's sick of it. And Sky told AJ that if he's sick of it, then do something about it. And AJ says he has big plans and he's definitely going to do something about it. And he's going to take a stand. So meanwhile, back at the hospital, Dante is in a frantic. He's panicked about his mother, and Lulu's trying to console him. And Morgan and Amanda talk and stuff, and he's saying how crazy it is that they have a serial killer on the loose, and things are just getting so ridiculous. And they're all pulling for Olivia. He's trying to be there, for his brother. He tried to get in touch with Michael, but I guess Michael's phone went to voicemail. So Sam is at home when Jason comes home, and he said that he saw it on the news that Olivia was attacked. It's all over the media that Olivia was stabbed in the parking garage at the Metro Court. So Jason said he's worried for Sam, he's worried for the kids, because they don't know what's going on. Meanwhile, Carly walks up to her front door. She was on her way home. She walked up to her front door. She noticed that her door was halfway open. So she immediately got on her phone and called Jason and told Jason that the door was halfway open. Jason told her not to go inside the house. So she hung up, and of course Carly pushed the door open and went inside the house. Carly being Carly. So she walked down the hall and she turned to go into the living room when all of a sudden Jocelyn bumped into her out of nowhere, and Carly almost had a stroke and asked why the hell did Jocelyn leave the front door open. Jocelyn said that when she got home, she closed the door and went upstairs. She know for a fact she closed the door. So Jason rushed in or whatever, because they only live right down the street from each other. Jason rushed in or whatever, and she said that Carly told Jocelyn to go upstairs or whatever and go finish her homework. And Carly looked at her coffee table and she noticed that there was a red ribbon sitting on her coffee table. And she got to thinking that somebody was in her house. Jason told, Carly that it might be a good idea if her and the kids get the hell out of Port Charles for a while until, they can find out what the hell is going on and wrap this thing up. And Carly says she's not going to be intimidated. So anyway, Sam is at home, and she sees that the terrace doors are open. She notices that her terrace doors are open at the Quartermain mansion. So she goes to the terrace doors, and that's when Alice popped up and almost gave Sam a heart attack. Alice said that she was in the garden picking some flowers, and she thought that she closed the doors, but she didn't. She don't remember if she did or she didn't. So she comes in or whatever, and Sam says she's just a little on edge because of what's going on with this whole serial killer business. So that's when they get a ring. So her phone start ringing or whatever, and she notices that it's Spinelli calling about his PI thing that he's doing or whatever. He's on a case, but he's also kind of working for the feds or something. So she takes the call. Meanwhile, at the hospital, Lucas shows up because Lucas is running Jerome Publications now since Julian is deceased. So he comes over not really as a concerned relative, but more as a publisher for his magazine. So he wants to get the scoop on what happened, and Lulu is a little irritated that her cousin would do that at a time like this, and she tells him that it's not a good time. And Lucas understood, but he still said he had to print something in the paper for the next day. Um, so meanwhile, Sky is in her office or whatever, and she heard a noise outside her office, so she opens the door. She didn't see anybody. Then somebody grabbed Sky from behind, and Sky kicked him. Well, not kicked him, but hit him in the gut with her elbow and tried to run, but he grabbed her here and stabbed her in the back. And Sky dropped to the ground. So I'm gonna end it on that part. I hope all of you enjoyed. Have a great day. I'll see all of you tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. See you all tomorrow. Hope you enjoyed.